Greetings everyone, this is Danny from HarrTravel.com, your luxury all-inclusive experts, and today I'm at the beautiful Hyatt Ziva Los Cabos. It's located right in the heart of San Jose del Cabo, one of our favorite parts of Mexico. It's a beautiful artist community. It's actually just outside the doors here, and it's also located on a beautiful beach. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. I know when my family stays here, we always like to be in the San Jose area. As you can see behind me, it is a huge resort. It's absolutely massive, over 500 rooms, which gives you the wonderful concept of having something for everybody. We use this hotel a lot for different kinds of groups. We do a lot of weddings here, larger groups, but it's also perfect for just a small family group or a couple if you want that. Just behind me, you can see the entryway. The lobby's just set up behind, and you have this beautiful fire pit area behind me as well. That's one of the other reasons why it's so great for groups, is that there's so many places to gather, and they can customize the experience as you like. So now we're gonna encounter the first and largest of the pools, and it is absolutely massive. You can see it wraps all the way around. They have these two great architectural features in the middle of the pool as well, along with all of the palm trees set in these beautiful planters. As we continue through the pool area, you can see that there are a diverse options for seating. So in addition to all of the loungers that you see, you also have chairs set up around the pool. Tucked just back there behind, you also have your pool concierge. You can get your extra towels or any of the amenities that you may have forgotten or left in your room. You can also see those bally beds. Now those are for an additional cost, but it's such a great option because you get to be in the water. I love this narrow shelf right here. Of course, anybody can sit and put their feet in, but having your seats that are reserved for you in the water are an added bonus. Now this really is the activities pool. So it's a family-friendly pool. You're gonna see a lot of kids around this part of the pool. They're gonna have spinning classes in the water, floating yoga, different kinds of games and entertainment. As you continue along, you can see really the size and the scope of the pool. It is absolutely massive. It's a really beautiful space. Now, this is a really large resort, and you have to have a great pool to match, and this one really does. This is a great vantage point to see how the resort is set up. So it's like a giant horseshoe wrapped around the beautiful pool. They've got a ton of areas for shade. They have the umbrellas as well, so you can have them put them up or take them down depending on the amount of sun that you want. I see these Bose speakers set around. They have some nice soothing music now. And throughout the day, the pool kind of evolves. So in the morning, it's gonna be very quiet and relaxing. Then they're gonna have some activities, some music, and there are some other places that we'll show you shortly that they are gonna have tucked away for quieter areas that are just for adults. Now on the far side here, one of the unique architectural features is that they have the swim up rooms. And I wanted to point out that if you want to see the rooms at the resort, we do have videos of those to check out as well, so you can tour them and see exactly what you're getting inside the rooms in addition to all of these fantastic outdoor spaces. So as we head closer to the beach, you can see the other bally beds up here. Once again, they're reserved for an extra charge. I like that personally because I can lock them down and know exactly what I'm gonna get. They're mine for the day, and then I can come and go as I please and always have that reserved space. Now right over here, you're gonna see the DJ booth. So they're gonna get rocking here during the day. It was a lot of fun. I may have done the Cupid Shuffle, a couple other dances, but really this is that interactive area, and throughout the entire experience, you get to see this beautiful beach out in front of me. Located around the pool, they have different activity options for you to choose from. They have a few that are upgraded, such as this, where you can paint your own pottery, things along that, arts and crafts. And then behind me, you're gonna see you have the beach shop. So if you wanna get some of those inflatable rafts to play with, or some of the balls, they have beachwear in there as well. They also have a photographer on site. So if you're having a wedding or an event, that's something that you can contract. Continuing along, you'll see where the teen club is. It's currently closed right now because they're doing a full renovation of it. And then finally, I wanted to point out Coco Loco. So this is a snack bar. You can go in and you can grab bites to eat if you like, but this is the snack bar that's gonna service the entire pool area. So you can have that pool food, the classics, right? The burgers, the hot dogs, the tacos, just about, well, they have a pretty wide menu. I'm surprised with that, but you can have that during the day. It's usually open from about 10 or 11 in the morning until about 5 or 6 in the evening. Now, if you happen to be hosting a group here, maybe it's a small family group or a much larger wedding or even a corporate or an incentive group, they have more of these that are tucked away. And so they can utilize those privately for your group. You can customize those as you like. And I love that they have that diversity of options. So you're not just stuck with what they have in the restaurants. You can get that, and in addition to it, you can really customize your group any way that you like. So located just in front of the extra large pool that we just toured, you have the beachfront pool. Another massive option here. It's an infinity edge, which I always love. I love to belly up right there, look out at the beautiful ocean views. Now, far side, you have the first of the 2 hot tubs. You also have these great planters that are inside the pool itself. It's a perfect place to pull up and relax. You've got more of those bally beds, including the ones that are in the water themselves. And then all of these loungers here, they're set in the water. Now, those are first come, first serve. You don't need to reserve them, but I love sitting on the lounger and having my feet in the water. And then, well, the bar service bringing a drink. Continuing along here on the other side, you're gonna see Bar Azul. So this is the classic swim-up bar. You can't have an all-inclusive resort without a fantastic swim-up bar, and it's always the people that make it special. The bartenders here yesterday were absolutely fantastic, had me laughing, and well, also had me full of pina coladas, margaritas. I know you shouldn't mix, but they were all so darn good. In addition, you have another beachfront hot tub, and as you continue along, you can see more of that infinity edge, taking advantage of these spectacular views. In the wintertime, this pool is heated. I really appreciate that they do that. The giant pool back behind me is not, but it's a really nice touch, especially here in Cabo. So on the back side of Bar Azul, they also have a stand-up bar where you can come and order whatever drinks you want. And in fact, well, they already knew we were coming. Got your classic, Taylor. Go. Cheers. I don't know if that's a good thing that they already knew the drink that I wanted. Well, 10 more, we'll be set. So if you're at the Bar Azul or any other place on the property and you see whales out front, make sure that you ring the bell. This is a perfect location if you're here during late December, January, or February. There are a ton of whales that migrate all the way around the peninsula of Baja, going up into the Sea of Cortez during the winter. It's where they give birth and they calve, and then they come right back around. So there's plenty of opportunities to see whales, and some of these oceanfront rooms are absolutely perfect for it. Keep in mind, we do have those room tours as well. Didn't see a whale yet, so I can't ring the bell, but I did get to see some yesterday, so they're out there. So as we head down to the beach, I wanted to point out that on either side of the resort, they have these beach concierges. They've got the umbrellas and everything for you. And then on both sides, they also have the showers. So you can turn that on, rinse your feet off, get that sand off, also rinse off here as well, going back and forth between the beach and the pool area. Set just in front of the Infinity Edge pool, you have your second set of fire pits. So these are going to be lit during the evening. They have different varieties of seating. They have these day beds. They also put chairs and stools down here as well. But what I love about that is, of course, you can take advantage of the ones higher up in the resort, but right here you can put your toes in the sand. You can have that drink, that snack, and take in maybe a sunrise view in the morning, or as the sun sets in the distance, you get those beautiful pink and purple hues that we got to see last night. Now we are down on the beach, and for those of you beach lovers, you need to know that it is a huge and fantastic beach. You can walk all kinds of directions in both sides. It is a public beach, just like every single beach in Mexico. One very important thing to note is that this is not a swimmable beach. Just like most beaches in Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo, there's a few of them tucked away in some of the different little bays, but almost all of them are not. You can see that this is that perfect place to sit on the beach, put your toes in the sand. You've got these really nice, comfortable loungers. You have more of those bally beds that you can reserve for an additional cost if you like. But one of the reasons they have such a large pool and another fantastic infinity pool and the adults only pool is because the beach isn't swimmable. You have all of those swimming options right on the resort. In addition, there's also a kids pool and area that we'll show you in a few minutes. So having such a huge beach area is a big advantage for this particular resort. Of course, they can set up a wedding on the beach. They had some fantastic looking romantic dinners set up here, just a private dinner for two. You have the pounding waves in the background. I love that soothing sound, just you and your partner. But you can also utilize this for any size group that you'd like, whether it's just a small family group or a wedding group. You can take parts of the beach here in the evenings and they can set it up for a cocktail reception, a get together, or any type of event. Set just off the beach is this beautiful gazebo. There's so many different options throughout the resort that they can do so many different things for. This is one of the classics. Of course, you can do a wedding or a vow renewal, very classic options. You can also have a romantic dinner for two, or this one's even big enough where you can have a private family dinner or celebration as well. Now I'm headed into Zafiro, which is one of two of the beachfront restaurant options. This is an Italian restaurant. Every single all-inclusive always has an Italian because, well, every member of the family usually enjoys Italian food. So you can see they have a lot of different seating options here. They've got these benches, tables that they can put together. They also have 2 tops, 4 tops, and they can make bigger ones. And one thing that I love is they even have some tables down on the beach as well. So you can dine with your feet in the sand. As I continue along, I love that they have the fans in the night. This looks really, really beautiful with all of the market lights lit up. They've got the speakers up there, so they have some nice quiet music. And then tucked away in the corner is the pizza oven. If you're gonna have pizza, having a brick pizza oven is a huge advantage. Now, all of the restaurants that they use for dinner, the seated restaurants for the evening, they have a private room. So right here to my left, you can see they've got a private room set up for 8. You can even get 10 in there as well. So if you want that nice, intimate dinner, maybe for your family or maybe just for a very small group, they can accommodate that at any of the restaurants here on site. Located on the northern side of the resort, you'll see La Hacienda, which is a beachfront dining option. This is just for dinner in the evenings. It's a steakhouse, but it's actually more of an international menu. You got St. Louis pork ribs, jerk chicken. They've got a bunch of variety of options here. They have huge menus at all the restaurants, so you're sure to find something for every member of the family. In addition, they have a few upgrade options if you want to take advantage of those, like lobster or a tomahawk steak. In addition, they also have a private dining room, so if you want to have that private upgraded experience for your family or a small group of up to 8, they can accommodate that for you. So tucked away on the side of the resort, you're gonna find the adults-only pool. So you got the stairs that go in here, and I like how it meanders all the way around to the back. You also have an in-pool, kind of like a hot tub area where they've got some jets over there. You also have a really cool bridge over in the distance. And set just behind that are some more of those swim-up suites. And I love that they have those over here in the adult area. It's something that you can request. It's a really big bonus. Now, if you want that quiet area, I know my wife and I would love for my daughter to go over, have a great time with her cousins, all of her friends at the kids club. We can come over here and relax during the day and really get our vacation. So there's another pool that's shallow, tucked away if you want to just have a little wading or rest in the water itself. And then all around, like little secluded nooks, they have the very comfortable lounge chairs with the big pads on there. And then you'll also see some bally beds. Those are an additional cost that you can reserve. I like that actually because I love to pre-reserve them, make sure that I have it, and then I know I can come and go as often as I like throughout my stay. And then of course, they're gonna get to know where I am and those drinks are gonna keep coming. You also have the Baja Snack Bar right there, so you can have some of the best tacos in all of Baja, is what they say, the full bar, and then all the way around the pool area, you can have the bar and food service as well. So one really cool setup about this resort is that they have a courtyard dedicated to the kids where you're gonna find the kids club, a great kids splash area. You've got water slides, you got the big buckets that dump the water down, 3 or 4 different water slides, also a climbing feature as well. They also have a great little wading pool for the smaller kids. And I love that they have all the chairs set up around so mom and dad, of course, can watch them while they're doing it. On the opposite side of the resort, you're gonna find the adults only area. So I really like that they've separated that out completely with the full pool area in between. So here is the kids club. Now this is 4 to 12 years old. There's also a teen club as well. But it's really just about having a good time and having that experience that's specifically for kids. It gives the parents some time to be adults and the kids time to have fun with other kids. So outdoors here, you have a full playground set. In fact, I better believe my 4-year-old would absolutely love that. You've got the climbing, you've got the slide and all of that fun. Over on the other side as we come in here, you can see they have all the furniture that's perfect size for the kids. They've got a little art studio over there. So just inside you can see from the tables that of course this is where the kids are gonna do painting and coloring. They do arts and crafts. They keep them really busy throughout the day because if they're busy, they're gonna have a great time. You can see they also have some fun arts and crafts. They use water bottles to make some of their favorite superheroes and other characters. They've got all kinds of craft supplies over here. And then just around the corner is the bathroom. One nice little touch is that the bathrooms are tiny. They're for little people. And I know when my daughter was potty training, that was a really great thing that she could use it that was her size. Continuing on, you have the first of the televisions with the Wii, so they have fun games there. You've got Scrabble, Connect 4, you've got all kinds of fun board games here. And then as we continue along, you have a video game nook on this side. So you've got a large flat panel Sony TV with a PS4. And then continuing in, you have the video room. So this doubles down as nice relaxation. We all know that kids need to chill in between as well so they can watch a movie here. And you also have an Xbox 360. So they have all the major video game systems and, well, this wonderful beanbag. So now we're inside La Plaza Buffet Restaurant. And every all-inclusive has a buffet. They have a massive one here. That's one of the big advantages of having a resort this size is that you're gonna have a ton of options. So you can see all around here you have infinite amounts of seating options. You've got bench seats, you've got the booths, you've got the 2 top, 4 top tables. They'll put them together so they can really accommodate a group or a family of any size in here. Now this is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's the casual eatery for those who want to just do the grab and go option. So first off, over to the left, there's a bar. There's a bar in every single restaurant here on property. They also have an espresso maker over there for coffees and juices. And then as we continue in, it's set up right now for breakfast. It's early in the morning. You've got all of your yogurts and fresh cut fruits. In fact, that looks really good. I'll be back to see you in a minute. And then as you continue along, you also have all of the different European breakfast options, the meats, the cheeses. And then over here, you're gonna have your Mexican station. So you've got those classic Mexican dishes. In fact, I'm gonna be back for some chilaquiles in just a little bit here. And then continuing along, you've got French toast. Ooh, ready for that cinnamon roll French toast. All of those juices lined up right here. You can see that's always important in Mexico. And once again, they've got all of those accounted for. Continuing on the opposite side, you basically have a mirror. So once again, my chilaquiles station, I will see you pretty soon. Had some really, really good chorizo omelets as well. Speaking of omelets, of course, they have the omelet station. You tell them what you want. You can mix and match from all the different ingredients here, and they have quite a few options to choose from. And then on the other side, you have more of the grab and go. You got the fried plantains, I always love that. And then you have the classic American breakfast options, sausage, bacon, eggs, and hash browns. And finally, one of the really cool features that I like here is they even have a kids buffet. They're just setting up right now, but you can see over here, it's smaller, perfect for them. You've got the plates underneath. But I know my daughter really loves that bit of independence, the ability to pick what she has, and well, with all of her favorite characters as well, you know she's gonna find something she loves. So those of you who love to dine al fresco like I do, just outside the Plaza Buffet, they also have a large terrace area as well. You can see that these are all set up in 2 and 4 tops. They can push them together. And I love that in every single restaurant, it is a family-friendly resort. Of course, they have the kids' seats there. I remember when my daughter was little, it was so nice having a buffet like this because we could, well, strap her in before she started running around everywhere and get all the different options and always find something she liked. It seemed like she liked a different fruit or avocado or something, and they always had it. But as you can see, as you come around, it's a really large space as well. They also have all the umbrellas, so when it gets a little bit warmer during the day and the sun comes directly on, you're protected from that. So just across from the Plaza Buffet is El Molino. This is the Mexican restaurant. You can see the beautiful Mexican decor in here. It's kind of set up like a mix of a Mexican hacienda and a tequila farm. So over to my far right there, you've got this really cool feature with the grindstone and the tribute to the agave plants. And they even have all of the casks of tequila over in the corner. And you can see that the beautiful Mexican decor, even the details on the chairs are really fantastic. And it goes all the way back to the far corner there. So you've got the bench seats, you've got the tables, they can put them together for larger family groups as well. And another great feature in here, just like all of the sit-down restaurants that they have in the evening, you have a private room tucked away in the corner for 8 or 10. Now this is a buffet, so it is a Mexican restaurant, but it's a buffet. And actually right between those doors there is actually where the Plaza Buffet is. So in some cases they can even open that up and they can double it up if they have the higher occupancy levels. But this is also a lunch and dinner buffet. You can see that they have it set up all the way around there. Yesterday here I had some really fantastic guacamole. And then as you continue along, you're gonna see that they have these cook to order stations. So for lunch, they had a wide variety of different options. In fact, they even had some Mongolian barbecue yesterday. So this is a Mexican restaurant, but they kind of mix it up depending on which one is open. Continuing along, you have another grill station. So when this is set up for lunch, they do all your Mexican favorites, different kinds of tacos, and they also had burgers. I had a chicken burger yesterday, pretty good, and some Mexican specialties, including a really great take on cochinita pibil, one of my all-time favorites. Continuing along, this is the bar. Once again, there's a bar in every single restaurant. You see they have the Dos Equis on tap, but of course you have the full bar menu to choose from, as you would expect in an all-inclusive. So anybody who's come to this resort, you always notice when the staff comes up to you or you're walking by them, they always greet you with a hand over their heart. That's a signature of the Hyatt Ziva properties. And one thing that I love is that they take it seriously here. We've had incredible service, incredible kindness as well, but a nice little touch that kind of extends that helping from the heart is this donation box. So you can have clothes, toys, shoes, of course, brand new or lightly used is perfect for that. But I know for my daughter, it's such an important lesson to understand that those in need are, in a different place, and they all absolutely need to have that help. And it's also important to understand what you have. And I think when you give, you really truly understand what it is that you have. So for my daughter, we always teach those lessons everywhere we travel. We try to expose her to the entire world and exactly what it is. And this is one of those places where you can have your kids make the donations themselves, maybe bring a few toys with them. I think it's just such a great touch, and you know that it's going to go to a family in need in the local community. Now we're in the El Cortijo Spanish restaurant. So they have the Mexican restaurant next door, Spanish restaurant here. Of course, they have all kinds of wines and tapas and some of the Spanish specialties, but it's a really beautiful space. In fact, I think it's one of the most beautiful of all the restaurants. You can see they have the bench seating and booths. They can put those together for bigger ones. You've got the 2 tops, 4 tops, and then as you wrap around here, in addition to having all of this extra seating, they're gonna have this beautiful little room tucked away. I love that they have these. You can reserve them for special occasions, and then the doors shut off completely so you can have that privacy. So it's almost like having your own private dining room in the restaurant, and you can see how beautiful it is. You've got that incredible chandelier up above, continuation of the Spanish art, and all throughout the entire space, it's dedicated to the Spanish art of bullfighting, which is also big here in Mexico as well. Once again, you've got the bar on the entryway as you come in, but you can see this beautiful restaurant is really something else. So now we're heading into Dozo. This is the Asian restaurant. It's the most popular, and it's by far the largest of the evening restaurants. So it's open every single night, and they've got a combination of 3 different styles, which to me makes it perfect for a family resort like this. So you can see they have those teppanyaki grills back in the corner. There's actually 2 here. There's 3 more set back in the far corner there. What I love about that is that you can actually fit, I think it's 12 people or even more at each one. So whether you're dining with a small family group, just 2 people, or if you want to join together and make some new friends, that's an awesome social experience. But what I know is that my daughter, my niece, my nephew, they love this style of dining because it's interactive. So they're gonna get some of their favorite dishes, the fried rice, the different meats and vegetables and everything that they prepare, but it's that interaction once again with the staff. We did a Danny Dines here last night. I had so much fun with them. I even got to catch some food in my mouth, just saying. Make sure you check out that full Danny Dines. In this entire restaurant, we had 20 courses and didn't even come close to half of the menu. So in addition to the teppanyaki, as you can see as we wander around this beautiful space, they're gonna have a full bar right here. It's a massive one once again. They've got all kinds of table configurations, 2, 4, 6, 8. I've even seen 12 or 14 in here as well. But as we head through, this is the part where you're gonna order off the main menu. They have a wide assortment of Chinese, Japanese, Thai. I even had some Indian food here last night as well. So you can order off of that menu from any part of the restaurant. And then in addition, you have this fantastic sushi bar. So you've got 2 sushi stations set up. They had the sushi chefs going all night here last night. I had some really fantastic rolls. But one of the things that I love about an all-inclusive in general and a restaurant like this, you know, they have a huge menu. I think that they did a good job with everything that I had, but because they have such a big menu and because they have the diversity of options, everybody can find something that they really like. Maybe somebody likes teppanyaki, the other likes sushi. You can order both of those and satisfy all your tastes. Located just outside Vivant, the French restaurant, and Dozo, the Japanese restaurant just behind me, you're gonna find El Mirador. This is a bar, and it means the lookout, if you're looking from that Spanish to English translation, and that's exactly what it is. You're perched up here with a beautiful view down to the beach and the pool below. The bartender here was so awesome last night. I had a couple pre-dinner cocktails, maybe more than a couple. This is that perfect place either before or after dinner, but once again, it's the people that make a resort, and I'm still smiling from all the jokes that he told me last night, and well, those delicious drinks that got me ready for dinner, and I might have come back for one after dinner as well. You can see this space is very, very comfortable. They have this really extra large wicker furniture out here with the big pads, so you've got the tables for 2, 4, you've got the bigger ones here, maybe you can put 6 or 8. Absolutely perfect for a group of friends gathering, or maybe just a couple looking for a romantic dinner before that adults-only meal in the French restaurant. So now we're just inside Vivant, which is the adults-only French restaurant here on site. So it's 18 and up, and I love that they do that because it kind of gives adults that one restaurant experience that they can have that total quiet relaxation feel. This is a family-friendly resort after all, and having something for everybody makes a huge difference. As we enter the space, you can see a little bit of what it's all about. And in fact, those of you who don't know, Taylor is a professional downhill mountain bike racer, and he even donated one of his bikes down here. So generous of him. Continuing along, you can see they have 4 tops here, 2 tops. There's also seatings up on either side. And because they have this partition, it gets that extra level of privacy that you would find with fine dining. Now, what this is it's their take on French cuisine. So some of the classics that you would expect, some touches that you wouldn't actually. I found that really interesting. And they have a really large menu for you to choose from. Now, in addition to all of the different seating options, the benches up there, the larger tables, Like all of the seated restaurants, they also have a private room. So you see it's set up in two separate right now. They can put that together. So if you have a small group that you want to maybe even extend a meeting or just get together and celebrate with your family, this is the perfect spot for that. They have a fantastic wine list. There's the wines that are included. And then if you want to upgrade your experience, you can get that Dom Perignon or go all the way in and have a really, really fantastic champagne or wine tasting. So now we're just inside the main lobby. It's got an open air feel, which I absolutely love. It's open on both ends, and when you walk in for the very first time, you get that view that everybody wants, that showstopper looking out to the beautiful ocean. But one of the unique features of this particular resort is that it's set in the heart of San Jose del Cabo. So you have, of course, the gates and everything, but as soon as you walk out, you're gonna be in the town itself. So just a few blocks away, you have the Art Walk. It's a fantastic experience if you haven't experienced it yet. But essentially what it is all of the local artisans, they've put together kind of a map where you can go between the different art stores. My wife is an artist and she loves coming here to shop. It's really, really fantastic. And well, one of the unique features that you don't always get at an all-inclusive resort where you kind of get the best of both worlds. Now, this is a Hyatt. It's a Playa resort, but they have a partnership with Hyatt, so you can earn your Hyatt points. You can also use your Hyatt points sometimes to upgrade as well. This is the main lobby check-in. So this is where virtually everybody are going to check in when they get here. And then as you continue along, you're going to have the club check-in. So if you happen to upgrade to one of those club level rooms, they're going to whisk you right past here. You're going to head right on in there. You have a seat. They bring you a nice cocktail. You get the whole process started so you can start your vacation off right. Now, continuing on through the space, you can see there is a ton of seating in here. This resort is perfect for gathering. So if you have a family group or a much larger group, they even have a private check-in on the far side if you're going to check in as a group. But what you can see here, it's a gathering place. It's right outside the coffee shop as well, so you can grab your coffee and sit out here. But what so many people do is they'll come here in the morning, afternoon, or the evening and just take in the incredible views with that fantastic breeze that comes right off the ocean and heads right through this beautiful space. So now we're just inside the coffee house. It's a really nice space here. You see you have the couches over to the side, the chairs, and then of course the tables, 2s, 4s, they can put them together. And you can have this really nice coffee bar as well, taking advantage of the incredible oceanfront view and the pools. So we're set just off the lobby, and well, it's open 24 hours, as every coffee shop should. They make good coffee. You see they've got a wide variety. They've got the espresso maker right there. You've got the macchiatos and cappuccinos, and well, I just got my Americano. I'm gonna put it down really quick here and go tour the rest of the incredible resort. My family loves to travel during December, not always over Christmas or New Year's, but I love that usually the 1st of December, all of the holiday decorations go up. They've got the big Christmas tree, and they have this really cool gingerbread house. But what I wanted to point out is this is another extension of what Hyatt Ziva is all about. So this was built by the staff. It's really, really cool. It's a labor of love for sure. It's absolutely massive. But on Christmas, they actually invite children from a local charity to come, and they're going to be able to experience this. They're going to have all kinds of gifts, and of course, guests can donate to that effort if they like. So they're going to have an incredible Christmas here, in part because of the generosity of the staff and those who visit this beautiful resort. Now, just like building a sandcastle, the most fun is actually in the tearing down of it. So the kids actually get to do that as well too. You can imagine them ripping this apart, getting all the candy. It's just a lot of fun for them to get their energy out, get some, well, sugar, who doesn't love sugar, and then of course those presents as well. Santa, I know him. What's up, dog? Haven't seen you in a while. Looking good. I guess you haven't spent as much time on a cruise ship or an all-inclusive as I had this year, but got some presents back there. What? I'm not on the naughty list. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I know, you're just messing around, but see you later, dog. Located just off the lobby, you're gonna find the piano bar. So there's an entrance from the lobby, also an entrance from the terrace looking over the pool. So they have outdoor seating as well. But inside, this is just a place where a lot of fun happens. You've got the big couches, you've got the chairs, you've got all kinds of different seating arrangements. And then of course, tucked back in the distance, you have the full bar. You're gonna have full bar service throughout your time here. But this is a multi-function space used every single day. See that screen right there? You know I'm gonna be singing some really bad or excellent karaoke here in a little bit tonight. Trying to figure out which song. I think Total Eclipse of the Heart's gonna make a comeback, so stay tuned for that. But you can see you've got the QSC speakers back there. We really appreciate that attention to detail. And tucked over in the corner is the piano. There's, well, my favorite thing to do on a cruise, at an all-inclusive, at any entertainment venue, is to sing along because you get that camaraderie of everybody there. This is gonna get loud, a lot of fun. Of course, it's an adults-only venue. So when you're ready to party a little bit, this is your spot. Continuing on the lobby level, you're gonna find the shops. So if you want a little retail therapy while you're on vacation, they've got some great options in here. They have a large selection of jewelry, all kinds of sunglasses, hats, shirts. You can upgrade your wardrobe. I usually need that as well, but why not be casual? This is the casual store. You can see you've got all kinds of t-shirts, different kinds of Cabo gear. You can't leave Cabo without having something from Cabo San Lucas, so this may be that what you're looking for. Also in there, you're gonna find the sundry items, those things that you may have forgotten at home, or maybe you just want a specific snack that they don't have included on the resort. But there's a lot of options here. Once again, with a large resort, you're gonna get a lot more options to choose from. So now we're inside the Spirit of 68 Sports Bar. It's a tribute to the 1968 Olympics. It's a really large space for an all-inclusive sports bar. They have a great outdoor terrace, but as we head on in, you can see what this space is all about. There's a ton of seating, you've got couches, chairs, all kinds of areas where you can tuck away with your friends, watch a game. There's screens all the way around, including the massive 9 screens together up on the main stage area with the big speakers. As we continue in, I love that they have all these sports trophies here. This one currently is held by the Los Angeles Lakers, my team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, my other team, and then of course the trophy that we'll probably never get, the FIFA World Cup trophy. The Kings held that a few times as well, but someday my Chargers, someday. We'll see. Continuing on, you can see this is the full bar area. More flat panel TVs. You've got the 2 taps with Dos Equis. Of course, they have a full bar, all included with your all-inclusive package. And then as we continue up here, you've got a couple steps up to the billiard area. So they have 3 billiard tables. I love this little area tucked away. You got Vince Lombardi in the background, kind of a little private seating area with the TV. And I like because they have so many of them, they can always put your game on. Up here, you've got 3 billiards tables. Let's see if I still got it. And it looks like stripes. Let's do it. So now we're just inside El Gran Teatro, and it is gran. It is massive. It's an absolutely huge theater. They put on these huge production shows down there. I think probably the most popular is the Mexican and the Mayan show, but they do international show, 80s, 90s tributes, what you would expect at an all-inclusive resort. But once again, huge resort, massive scale that they can do here. They've got the full bar lined up, and what's so unique about this theater is that it's tiered on the way down. So of course, they can set up the chairs, but they can also set it up as a dinner theater option, or if you're having a conference or a convention in here, you can have a dinner for up to 500, or it can be set up in a theater for over 1,000. The diversity of options here is truly incredible. Nestled between the theater and the pool area, you're gonna find El Agave Tequila Bar. Of course, it's Mexico. You have to have a tequila bar, but they do a really, really good job with it, and it's an incredibly beautiful and unique space. So you have all of these chairs out here, beautiful Hacienda style. You also have more chairs looking directly out at the fire pit and the pool area. But what's so unique about this space is that they have a phenomenal waterfall feature. So the waterfall is just in front of you. You get that nice soothing sounds. Now this space is a tequila bar, so you can have tequila throughout the day, and every single evening they're going to do a tequila tasting. This is a complimentary feature as part of the all-inclusive. Of course, they have upgrade if you would like to do that. You can see they have a wide variety of tequilas and mezcals, and I love that you get a little bit more of that education. That way you can take in the culture of Baja. So we're just inside the club lounge, so if you choose to upgrade to one of the club level rooms anywhere in the resort, you can take advantage of this throughout your stay. They're gonna have grab-and-go food throughout the day. They have breakfast in the morning. I like that they have a nice little continental breakfast. You see they have a wide assortment of seating. They got the big couches in here, some chairs and tables over to the side. You've got some more food and drink options behind me, but what I love most about this particular space is the beautiful terrace. It's almost been always very, very quiet. You get to take in the incredible ocean views, and then in the evening, or throughout the day, why not? It's an all-inclusive. You can take advantage of that vastly upgraded beverage menu that has a lot of different alcohols that are not included for other guests throughout the resort. If you're looking for some relaxation, you can surely find it here in the Zen Spa. As soon as you come in, this is the check-in area. They're gonna take great care of you, get you all ready for your treatment. They have a full assortment of retail, as you would expect at a spa. And then as soon as we walk through here, you enter into the spa area. Now we're headed into the hydrotherapy area. You take a water journey. So they're gonna guide you through this. As soon as you come in, on my left-hand side, you're gonna have a steam room and a sauna. So you let them know how long you wanna be in each, and they're gonna come and get you. And as you continue along, you see more of that journey. You have this beautiful Swiss shower, or as I like to call it, the car wash shower. And then for those who dare, you can pull on that bucket. You get that nice, refreshing, ice-cold bucket of water on you. It's all about the contrast going between the warm and the cold, opening up your pores, relaxing your body, and getting to that total relaxation zone. Continuing along, you have your jacuzzi. You also have another rainforest shower head. And then follow me up the stairs here as we get into the heart of the hydrotherapy circuit. So you'll see that they have these loungers with the plush chairs. In fact, they've got this set up for me in just a few minutes, this chocolate-covered strawberries and some of that champagne. But let me show you the rest of this space first. So here you've got the main hydrotherapy area. You've got the stone loungers inside that have the bubbles coming up. You also have the 3 different types of waterfalls back there. I love the ones that have that like the thin point on it, like that one, because you can really work on the knots in your back. You also have the other waterfall features and a few others in here. Now in this part, you're gonna find 3 different zones. So this is warm, this is for your feet, and you have all the bubblers coming up. And then as you continue along, you have a medium warm and then an ice cold plunge bath. Once again, to have that back and forth between the hot and cold and shock your body into relaxation. Got my champagne, my chocolate covered strawberries. You've got the rest of this. You'll find me here in a few hours. So I guess Taylor's gonna make me finish the tour, but I only have to move from this soft lounger over to my beautiful treatment room right here. I will be getting that massage in just a few minutes. You can see that this is the first of several cabanas outside. Of course, they have the full treatment rooms inside as well. You just let them know which one that you prefer. But what I like about this is you can see the curtains are billowing a little bit. You have that nice breeze coming through. It's surrounded on all sides by this beautiful water feature and also this Zen garden. And so you kind of get the best of both worlds with that outdoor treatment, the fantastic breeze. You can still hear the Zen music coming from the spa and the water. I'm gonna be pretty relaxed in just a few minutes. They also have a double treatment room in the middle. So if you wanna have that couples treatment, maybe part of a wedding package, you can do that as well. Now we're just inside the full service beauty salon. You can see they have the hair washing station. They've got 2 stations to cut and style. Perfect if you're getting ready to go out in the evening. Over here, you've got your manicure stations, and then just tucked around the corner, you've got pedicure stations as well, just like in the Bridal Suite. Let me show you what that's all about. Now this resort can handle a wedding of any size. That's one of the reasons it's so popular. And being a family-friendly resort, you can invite all members of the family. We're just inside the Bridal Suite. You see that they have 2 more of these pedicure stations. Once again, with the huge tubs, big enough for me. You've got the hair station right here to get ready, and then tucked right around the corner, you've got another hair station, so perfect for the bride, bridesmaids to get ready at the same time. And also you have the fantastic mirror, and I think the only thing scarier than one of me is, well, 3 of me. So now we're just inside the gym. It's a pretty good diverse set of equipment. You see that they have all the cardio over here. You've got your seated bike, you've got your treadmill, you've got some stair steppers, and then of course, more treadmills and ellipticals that look out to the ocean. And as much as I love this gym, though you probably will never see me here anyways, one small thing I have to point out reminds me of all of our cruise ship fun. Here we go. Ooh, that's a nice head massage. Okay, I can dig this. But what this is really all about is looking out here, I see the beach, which usually encourages me to get off and go down there and have a drink. On the other side, you can see that they have all of the different machines. You can do a nice circuit here. You've got your legs over on this side. You've got some presses, Smith machine over there in the corner. And then of course, you've got all the bench press that you could possibly need. Work on those abs a little bit. I work on my abs at the restaurants personally. It's my preference. And then as we continue on through, you can see that they have a wide variety of dumbbells, which is really nice that they go all the way up to some really, really high levels that I'll never be able to lift, but I know some people really appreciate that. Continuing along, they've got the kettlebells, of course. They have the bouncy balls, some of my absolute favorite, and it's usually where you're gonna find me doing my workout. Continuing along, you also have all of the barbells that are set up, pre-set up for squats, even some of the weights I can lift. Wait, who's holding the camera? What the heck? Taylor, get back here. So just behind the gym, you're gonna see the basketball court. This is where I ball people up, you know what I mean? Just not right now. Bad knee, of course. But if you continue on, you've got your tennis court. It's just nice that if you like to play tennis, a little bit of hoops, or for the family, it's a great activity. I know when we traveled, my dad was a basketball coach. My brother and I both actually played for him in high school, and then I played in college. It was always fun to have that and just have a little bit of extra family fun. Nothing but air. You know you've got it when you can make it over your head. Now we're inside the main ballroom conference area. It is an absolutely massive space. They kind of have it set up in several different ways. So if you're interested in hosting a group here, you've seen some of the group spaces outside. You can see some in here as well, but we have a full standalone video on that because groups are such a big part of what this resort does exceptionally well. First off, congratulations for making it all the way through. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. But hopefully now you can understand why we love this resort and why it's perfect for so many families, groups, weddings, all kinds of different configurations. There's a little bit of something for everybody here. I love that it's right in San Jose del Cabo. I know my wife and I love to go shopping and wander around, get a bit of that, and then come back and enjoy this beautiful resort. When you're ready to book this beautiful resort or any Hyatt Ziva or Zilara, reach out to Harr Travel. We are your Playa Resorts experts. We know the spaces inside and out. We have an amazing relationship with them, and we know that we can help craft the perfect vacation of a lifetime for you, your friends, and your family at an incredible value.